This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
Hello, foodie friends. Welcome to episode 19 of the Taste of Universal podcast. I'm Kayla, and I'll be your host today. With me, I have my co-hosts, Kelly, Shelby, and Tracy. How's everyone doing?
Hi. I'm just going to have cringy face, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Oh.
I've had a pretty good week or so. I was finished up my summer camps that I run and took a nice long road trip visiting friends and family in Tennessee and Georgia, and then got to spend almost a week in Orlando and got my first Epic Universe day. And so I'm pretty good overall.
Yay.
I would say that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we've chat a bit, Kelly, but any quick notes, quick highlights, anything that like really big, just general, how was the trip, and maybe a little highlight or two. And again, not necessarily getting like deep into specifics, but
Right. So I think I could probably sum up my experience in one particular story. So I went with my best friend, Jessica. We've been theme park buddies since we were 11 years old. And so this was like a dream come true to us to truly watch this park being built from the ground up. And to get to go with each other, we stayed at Stella Nova, sorry, and walked over first thing in the morning and just had this like basically flawless day where we would like walk in to start eating lunch somewhere and it would pour down rain while we were eating and we'd walk out and it would stop. Like one of those just
nice,
fantastic days. And I think I was so full of adrenaline the first thing in the morning that it wasn't until I think we saw like an 11 a.m. showing of Untrainable Dragon. And I don't want to spoil things for people who haven't been yet, but I hit a point in the show where I just like, it all kind of hit me at once, I think, of like, you know, I've talked to you guys. I've had a really hard year. Like it's just been from top to bottom, like personally, professionally, just a really hard year. And I was sitting in this show and like, it all kind of hit me at once of like, I'm here. This is real. Mm-hmm. Like this is happening. I'm here with my best friend. You know, I made it. I survived the school year. I worked really hard to pay for this trip. Like this is here and it's happening and it's real. And I just burst into tears. I'd like teared up a couple times at that point, but Jessica looked over and I was like weeping at one point, like tears just like streaming down my face of feeling so incredibly lucky that that's where I was in that moment, that it had all kind of come together and that I was getting to experience something so incredible. And the whole park was kind of like that. That was just like one moment that really, really hit me of like, okay, this is a part of my life now. It's not going to be a, 6 times a year maybe thing yet that I get to do like on islands or a Universal day, but it was a really cool moment. So just a absolutely fantastic day. And I didn't get to do everything by any means. I don't think anyone by any stretch of the imagination can do everything in that park in one day and truly enjoy it. But I'm taking my dad in a couple weeks, so I'll have more to report then.
That's exciting.
I'm glad you had that experience.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I just listened to the UUOP today from yesterday going over, was it Mario, Harry Potter, and is that it?
Yeah,
no,
it was the two.
Burke. And
is it? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was those three. It was a long episode. It was awesome.
I've recorded it a lot, so I'm kind of everything's overlapping.
Yeah. Kelly, when you were sharing your story, I teared up hearing some of Michelle's stories. Every person in our podcast world has like made me tear up of just, I'm so happy we've all had such like magical, special experiences, and it's awesome to hear you're the last of
Yeah.
some of the bigger that and I was so a little worried about us setting your expectations too high. So I'm really happy to hear that it lived up.
No, I mainly stayed spoiler free, so I'm very grateful to you guys and now I see how hard it is to be spoiler free.
Yeah, you're really welcome, Kelly.
Yeah.
I was one of the people I just started going back through all of my podcasts from the last 8 weeks that I haven't been able to listen to. And I just started the very first live UUOP episode from opening weekend or whatever. Okay. And Lee mentioned calling 6 different people and none of them answered. And he was so mad because he just wanted to talk about the parks and gush about them. And I was one of them and I did answer, but I was in Walmart buying all of my camp supplies. And I was like, Lee, I have a cart full of popsicles and tie-dye and water balloons. I can't talk right now. He was like, I just have to talk to somebody. And I was like, it can't be me right now. And now I feel that feeling and I get it and I understand it. So,
but you know what's really funny? I'm usually stood next to him and he doesn't talk to me.
No, but I'm very grateful to you guys for withholding so that I could experience those things almost 99% spoiler free. I was shocked by so many things. Yeah. So it was incredible. Nice. Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
All right. We have a lot to get to today. So we'll have no formal appetizer since the news has slowed down a bit after all of last month's menu changes. Lately, all of our focus, everyone's focus, every podcast, every vlogger, has been on the new Epic Universe Park. And now that it has officially opened for our entree, we'd like to take a step back and give CityWalk a little bit of love. We realized we never did a CityWalk episode, which is bananas.
It is, isn't it?
Do you guys know what? When I was writing that, I was going back in the podcast app and looking for the ones we did for Islands and Studios, and we technically only did Harry Potter.
Yeah, we haven't done
full park.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
all right.
Yeah.
We have a to-do list.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right. So this will be a fun overview of all the dining locations in CityWalk. We'll go over any pertinent details like location, when the restaurants open, if they take reservations, allergy-friendly menu options, and more. For dessert, we will drop a few hints about our favorite things overall at Epic Universe now that Kelly has had a chance to visit. So stay tuned. And Kelly, why don't we do you have to explain Epic in 3 words.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'll get on that.
Good
Since
call,
I put
Kayla.
you through that torture last episode, I will participate in that at the end.
Love it.
Okay.
Okay, before we get into our appetizer, this is just a quick reminder in case this happens to be your first episode, because it might be, and if so, welcome. This team brings a unique perspective to reporting on universal food. So Kayla has celiac disease and is completely gluten-free. Kelly has severe dairy allergies. Shelby is vegan, and I eat mainly everything. There's a few cilantro. There's a few exceptions. Cilantro. You see, I had to come out because I hate it so much. Cilantro, fennel, or coconut. If you hear there in any menus, you'll hear me vomiting in the background. They're the main ones. But yeah, we want to bring you tips and tricks so that everybody can find delicious food at Universal Orlando Resort.
All right, so we're going to skip the appetizer section and jump into the entree. And as a quick reminder, hours, prices, and menu options are subject to change at any time. So case in point, when we were researching, we were finding different prices, in different articles, give or take a few cents or a few dollars. And then always check the official Universal Orlando Resort app for the most up-to-date information. And one thing that is difficult with the app is, at least with gluten allergies, they don't show everything in the app compared to the menus, like the physical menus. So if we say something here and you check the app and it's not on the app, sad to say that the app is not currently the best. And again, I notice it for gluten-free more so than vegan and vegetarian. I don't know, Shelby, you have any feelings about that, but I see a lot more things marked vegan and vegetarian than I do gluten-free. So there was some stuff that I saw that I know for a fact can be made gluten-free or is gluten-free, and that wasn't marked on the app. So always, again, we always say this, tell your servers, tell your team members about vegan, gluten-free, whatever it is. And and typically they have the toothpicks with colors that will denote if it was gluten-free. Not always, but that's just, again, another plug for the general what to do if you have an allergy or preference at Universal Orlando, including CityWalk.
And I'd say almost especially CityWalk, because not most of the restaurants in CityWalk are not owned and operated by Universal Orlando. So they have different labeling procedures, they have different operating procedures, but for a vast majority of these restaurants, they all have very strict allergy procedures and protocols and things like that. So just because it's not Universal owned and operated, don't feel turned off by the prospect of dining there if you or your loved one or your child or someone does have dietary needs.
And even though they're not owned and operated by them, Universal still does have a little bit of control. I think they have control over the menus, because like you can email them and pretty much get information on most of the restaurants other than like Bubba Gump and Hard Rock, I think, are the two that I've never been able to get information from Universal about, other than the true chains like Burger King. Like, we're not talking about those, but like Sit Down, I think they have a little bit of control over those or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly and Shelby, for that added information.
But yeah, agreed. To your point, Kayla, always advocate for yourself. We will kick off with the quick service dining locations before moving on to sit down restaurants. We'll list the restaurant name, what time it is open, lunch and dinner, just dinner, open late, etc., kind of food or drink it serves, a few menu highlights, reservation versus walk-up, allergy-friendly options. A lot of the quick service locations you've likely heard of before or have even been to in Universal CityWalk, but sometimes they serve different menu offerings. Before we get started, out of curiosity, what is your relationship, everyone, with the CityWalk food options? Do you eat there often? Have you eaten most places? How do you guys explore CityWalk?
I eat there often. I typically avoid in all travel chains, so it's not just a CityWalk thing, but I'd rather go somewhere that I can't normally get. And I know some of these are technically chains, like Cowfish, but what is it, Raleigh, North Carolina? So like I don't get to go there. And then what else? Yeah, just
Bubba Gump is a chain.
Yeah. But I can't find Bubba Gumps in my general vicinity. So chains like the Burger Kings, the Moe's, more of those like quick service chains, I do not typically attend. And I think CityWalk a little bit more than the parks. We have our favorites. You guys know, Toothsome Chocolate Emporium is one of our favorites. So I haven't been to a couple, because when it comes down to it, we'll maybe do one day where we do Toothsome and another day where we try something new. And I just haven't gone enough that I've gotten to some places that I really want to get to. So I've eaten at most, though. I've eaten at a lot.
I'm similar to Kayla in that if I'm eating, I'm most likely eating either at my hotel or in the parks. And I've really expanded my CityWalk options in just the last couple of years. A lot of it because of this podcast, and you guys convincing me to try new places and things that felt out of reach or maybe unsafe before, that now I've got a story later for one of the sit-down restaurants that I want to talk about that was a great team member experience that I just had. But I have now eaten at the majority of places in CityWalk, but I have by no means conquered all of the places or all of the menus or even all of the dairy-free options at the places that I have tried. So I, like Kayla, like Cowfish is a favorite of mine, but I'm purposefully working to grow my horizons when it comes to CityWalk.
That's good. Sorry, my throat closed up there. We eat there whenever. Well, we just eat there. We'll come out of the parks on an evening sometimes and have a meal over there, or if we're done for the night, we'll book a later table. I've eaten everywhere, like you said, not mention like Burger King or anything that you could just get anywhere. And I include Hard Rock in that because I've been to loads of those, and they literally are. You've been to one, you've been to them all. I think the only place that we haven't been that we are going on our next trip is Bob Marley's.
Nice.
So we've got plans to go there with some friends. But yeah, we've eaten everywhere quite a few times. So yeah,
nice. And same. I've eaten most of the places. If there's something vegan to eat, I've eaten there. I have not been to Bubba Gump. I don't see a point. I don't see the point in going there. Everywhere else. Okay, awesome. Well, Kelly, will you kick us off with the first restaurant?
Of course. And like we mentioned, we're going to go through kind of in alphabetical order all of the quick service places first, and then same thing through all the sit-down restaurants. So our very first one up is Auntie Anne's, and it is a stand located along the water close to studios. According to their website, their hours are 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And if you're unaware, they serve freshly baked soft pretzels and lemonades. This stand is walk-up only and mobile order is not available. There really aren't many allergy options at this spot. They used to offer made-to-order dairy-free and vegan pretzels, but they no longer do that. So this is just, it's soft pretzels. So what you would get from the store at the mall or any other Auntie Anne's anywhere. If you need a great little carby snack, it might be good for you, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And upstairs we have Bend the Bow, which is above the AMC Theatre. It's typically open from 12 p.m, like noon, until 9 or 10 p.m. It serves a variety of bows, including pork belly, shrimp, crab cake, and veggie. And this stand's walk-up and mobile order, but inside seating is not available. This stand also does not have many allergy-friendly options. The bows themselves contain dairy, and there are no gluten-sensitive options, and there is a big risk of cross-contamination for soy and shellfish allergies. They also serve several different flavours of sake and boba, and there are usually a couple of dairy-free and vegan boba drinks on the menu.
Tracy, I know the main UUOP show did a long segment on Bend the Bow, and I feel like people had mixed reviews of it overall.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's, as the only one of us here that can eat there, would you say it's a must hit for you guys, or a every once in a while, or where would you put that in your perspective?
Not again.
Okay.
There's too many other places to eat. And having eaten a lot of bow, in my opinion, it's not authentic and it's not worth the money. So
I'm kind of glad I can't eat it.
Yeah.
Although it's not hard to find a vegan bow.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not. Total side note, but I just had my first ever bow at Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom, and it was a vegan mushroom, teriyaki mushroom.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I just like to point out that even in Korea, I managed to get vegan bow.
Yeah, see,
so
it's like Universal found the one bow bun that is not vegan. It's like, why? You could have. I don't know. I don't get it. They always find the boba mixes that have dairy in them too, and I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
like you could sell a lot more of these if you include more people.
Yeah, I think general consensus is this is like a fun place to try something new.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But to count on it as a meal would get really expensive really fast, just because they are like $4 to $5 a bow, and they're not very filling. So if you're saying, oh, I'd rather eat here because it'll save me money, you're going to have to order a lot of bow to be full. So at that point, you might as well go to an NBC or go to Breadbox or go to somewhere else that you can get more food for your money.
Yes, I agree.
But it's a fun, if you go all the time and want to mix it up, it's a fun place to try different things. And if you're with a group of people, you can try a couple different things. So we're not totally poo-pooing on it, but it's just not for this group of people.
No. Very diplomatic.
Speaking of Breadbox, great segue, Kelly. Breadbox is next up on our list. It's also upstairs, directly next to Bend the Bow. Hours are typically 11 a.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. It's technically a quick service restaurant, but you can dine in here. They have mobile order and counter ordering available. So if you don't want to use mobile order, you can skip that. This establishment is quite allergy friendly. They serve sandwiches ranging from BLTs, chopped cheese, grilled cheese, Italian, and hot vegan sandwiches, and to a range of salads made with the same sandwich ingredients. And they also serve house chips, mac and cheese, can't talk, tater tots, floats, and crispy treats. So they also have a gluten-free bread option. And then, of course, like I said, they had a hot vegan sandwich, which there's also a hot vegan salad. And then there's also a vegan chip option here. And then obviously the dairy-free and vegan cheese. And then a lot of the salad options are gluten-free with no modifications necessary, which is really nice.
That's really good.
Just bread box.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Me and Shelby were saying the same exact thing. I love Breadbox.
We ate there for the first time last trip, and
Nice.
that will not be our last visit because it was fantastic.
Awesome.
So-
It is good.
I squealed when Lee posted, I think it was in the Producers Club page, that you guys tried Breadbox, and I was like, yes, I hope they had a good time.
We did. I mean, maybe not coming straight off a flight 27 hours of not sleep straight to Breadbox, because I was like, really, you want to go and eat? I just want to face plant the pillow.
My very first experience of Breadbox was the evening of the first full day of the Weekender back in 2022.
Okay.
And I was so exhausted that I took like 3 bites of my sandwich and almost fell asleep at the table.
Oh, no.
Like,
Wow.
guys, I gotta go to bed. I was just like overtired and over hungry at that point. And I just have not had the chance to go back since until just 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
That was my dinner that I had before I got in the car to drive to my parents' house from Orlando. So,
Nice.
and I had the turkey pastrami, and it was fantastic.
good.
And I know, Kayla, you've shared before that they are like over the top good about allergens. And I had the same experience. Like when you order, you know how you can see your order come up on the little screen to show whose order comes up next. I could see like turkey pastrami with tater tots, no cheese, and then it said dairy allergy, dairy allergy, dairy allergy, dairy
Wow.
allergy with all these exclamation points, and it was highlighted purple. And I was like, okay, I feel very safe eating here. And it's another one that I will definitely be back to. I just haven't been up there when it's been open. I've also had some weird issues with mobile ordering before where the restaurant was open, but they weren't taking mobile orders. I think not because they were so busy, but because they were so slow. So I don't understand why that's happened, but there's been more than one time that I've tried to mobile order and mobile ordering was not available, but you could walk up and it's a very quick and easy way to get a good meal. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely agree.
Yes.
So really quick, from a gluten-free perspective, their bread is awesome. It's very good. It doesn't necessarily need to be as toasted as the park buns for it to be good. And the last couple of times, this has actually been my meal that I grab to actually take with me on the plane. And so, that could be a few hours by the time I get to the airport, get through security, get on my flight. And if anyone knows gluten-free bread, it typically falls apart. And mine has stayed like really decently intact and still remains like really fresh.
Wow.
And good. So I really, really love Breadbox and highly
That's
recommend.
impressive.
Agreed.
It is.
Agreed.
Good to
Agreed.
know.
And I liked it, vegan cheese better than regular cheese, and anything I've ever asked, it's never been an issue. They're just really awesome about preferences, allergies. I mentioned in a previous episode that they actually, someone got reprimanded. So the chef changed their gloves with making my sandwich, and the sandwich was wrapped in a bag, and the person that handed me my bag didn't change their gloves. And I saw a manager go over and talk to them, and then they came over and they asked if I wanted a different sandwich. And I was like, oh, no. This was wrapped up in a bag. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So they seem to really take it seriously.
Okay.
And I think here, when you think sandwich places, this is a little bit more elevated of sandwich styles, but because they allow modifications, especially at their walk-up, this would be a great place to take people who are picky eaters, or maybe a kid that isn't going to eat X, Y, or Z in a theme park. I think it's pretty accessible food from top to bottom. So I think it's a great option to have in the back of your head if something else falls through or if you're hungry at an off time or things like that. This is a great thing to have in your back pocket.
I agree. Yes.
Yes.
It's a good place to get food after HHN. Now, I don't know what time they stay open then, but I've definitely got their food at like 10 o'clock at night before and just taken it back to my hotel.
Oh, yes.
It's a great idea.
I want to dine after I've been walking around a theme park all night and just grab some food to go. And it's, healthy adjacent.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to a Burger King Whopper bar, which I think is the only Whopper bar. I believe I've seen vloggers talk about it being the only one like this. So,
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
maybe I'm wrong. I've never.
No, you
eaten
might be
here.
right. I've never heard of a Whopper bar before.
I've never eaten here. I told y'all that I don't really do chains, and Burger King is probably the biggest chain they have at CityWalk. But
yeah.
All right, so the Burger King Whopper bar is typically open at 8 a.m. Okay. 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Sorry, I'm really stuck at imagining getting Burger King as my breakfast.
Well, do they have breakfast then? Do they have breakfast sandwiches and like hash browns and that kind of thing? Or
Feels like they would have to, right? To be open at 8. I can't find their menu online.
There was no menu online. All right. There was no menu, at least on like the Universal app or website. I'll look quickly while we talk about something else, and I'll see if I can find anything quick about breakfast. I didn't even think about this. Apologies. So this location is counter servers only. Mobile order is not available, but you can dine in. There's also a lot of Burger King crowns available. Also, I saw on YouTube the menu is limited compared to a regular Burger King location. I think that's because you have this bar that you could put all your stuff on. Sorry. I'm really stuck. You guys shouldn't have given me the Burger King Whopper bar.
I'm picturing you with like a detective hat and a magnifying glass right now, Kayla.
I'm going to get pictures of me in this Whopper bar next time I'm at Universal. You can get the Impossible Whopper here made vegan without the mayo, but allergy options are relatively limited. Google said they have a gluten-free bun. I'm skeptical, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And Burger King is located upstairs.
All right. So back to other. Oh, sorry, Tracy. Were you going to say anything
I was
about
going
that?
to say, okay, that's a Burger King.
There you go. All right. Well, Cinnabon is next, and the original storefront location recently closed and reopened as a brand new stand near Margaritaville. And hours appear to be 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. most days. And you can grab some delicious Cinnabon cinnamon rolls or specialty frozen coffee beverages on the way to the park for early park entry. This spot, unfortunately, does not cater to most allergies, but it's a great, if you need a good sugary carb to get you your day started, this is a great place. And just before, I realized I forgot to add this to the show notes, but I noticed across the board this past week that more stands, both out in CityWalk and in the parks, are having early morning breakfast options like puff pastry, like homemade Pop-Tarts, breakfast sandwiches, things like that. I've seen stands both in studios and in like Jurassic Park and over, oh gosh, where else? I saw another one. But there is the Coke stand that you encounter right when you make it into the heart of CityWalk, where the only freestyle machines are. They serve breakfast like ham, egg, and cheese sandwiches and other things like that if you need breakfast on your way into the parks. I forgot to add that to the notes, but this is an option for you as well. That would be quick.
Good, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. Cold Stone Creamery is an ice cream chain with design your own hand mixed creations. Hours range from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and offering mostly dairy based ice cream options. You can get a variety of mix-ins and toppings as well as waffle cones. Now, Cold Stone used to carry silk chocolate, almond milk, frozen dessert, and sorbet options, but the last we checked, they were discontinued, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
So,
Very.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, but I can't eat in a Cold Stone from cross-contamination perspective. I can't go in a Cold Stone. I can't walk into there without being unwell. So
yeah, no, that would not be good for you.
And that's
everything.
Yeah, that's too much dairy for my mild lactose intolerance. So I've never been, so I guess I won't be.
And in case you didn't know what a Cold Stone is, it's not pre-mixed where you walk in and there's the flavors. It's like they take a base and you add whatever you want. So this is where, there's dairy on the board that's getting mixed in with, let's say, a Kit Kat that has gluten in it. So it's really not allergy friendly.
And they mix it on like a freeze plate. So it re-thickens as ice cream. So there's like no way to really clean. It's not like they mix it in a milkshake container or something like that. They mix it on a plate where everything is. So yeah, but if you need ice cream after a long park, again, assuming that the majority of people that listen to us have no food allergies or dietary restrictions or things like that, this would be a great place to grab some ice cream after a long hot day at the park.
Very true. Yes.
Really quick about Burger King. I don't think they have breakfast in my quick research. And I want to share that I found a post that people are complaining about it. And someone said it used to be special, not any longer. And someone responded, same. I remember the days where I used to be special too. And I thought that was really...
Wow.
So Burger King Whopper Bar is not getting great reviews.
Oh.
If any listeners have gone, let us know.
Now I feel like I need to go there early one day just to see like what's up at 8 a.m. at Burger King.
This is a confession, but I've never even walked into that section of CityWalk where Moe's, spoiler alert, Moe's and Burger King Cold Stone are.
I mean,
never even set foot in there.
I don't think you'd need to go in there.
Well, not Cold Stone. It's
Panda.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's okay.
I've never even walked into that part. So
I'll tell you guys a funny story. The last time I walked in there, I walked in behind someone, and it's the sliding glass doors, the automatic ones, which I will preface this by saying that sometimes those don't recognize me for some reason. I guess I'm not a person. Okay. I don't know. But I was walking in and someone had walked in front of me, and I had walked in like kind of not towards the middle of the door, but towards the side. And it, like I said, it didn't see me, and the door started closing and I rammed right into the door. And I was like, I hope someone saw that, because I just walked it off. Like I didn't even like acknowledge that it happened. I just kept walking. And I hope it made someone's day. So if you're that person out there, please let me know.
Maybe the sensors are very rude and are only trained to like recognize like blonde, brown, black, and gray hair and your blue hair. They were like, that's not a person.
Not a person.
Wow.
How weird.
I was like, that's going to leave a bruise, but it didn't. But I hit the door hard. Like, I was like, okay, well, that thing is sturdy. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like these kind of seem like breakaway doors, but I don't think they are. Because I did not knock it off its track or anything. All right, anyway.
Good to know. The doors are secure.
They are secure.
If you have colorful hair, walk with a partner.
Yeah.
We can't give you advice about the food, but we can give you advice about the door.
Yeah.
We can give you advice about many of the restaurants later in the episode. So don't leave the episode.
We'll get there.
It's coming. Don't worry.
We saved the best for the second half, I promise.
We really did. Like these are all the places that,
other than Red Box.
Except for Red Box.
Yeah. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And the next one, I think the next one's good too.
Yeah.
Okay. So up next is Hot Dog Hall of Fame, which I am a fan of. They serve a wide variety of hot dogs ranging from Chicago, Boston, Kansas City to Colorado-style dogs using a wide variety of hot dog brands like Hebrew National, Vienna, Nathan's, and Sabrett. That's only a small fraction of their options. Their menu is huge. I was looking at it, I'm like, I can't even name half of these because like I'd be here all day. You can also grab an ice cream bar or chocolate chip cookie for dessert. They do have vegan options. They have the vegan field dog made using field roast, if you're familiar with that brand out there. This is not a good spot for anyone who's gluten-free because the only gluten-sensitive marked options are coleslaw, Cracker Jacks, fried and roasted peanuts. Did I mean to write that? Are there fried peanuts? Or is it just supposed to say roasted peanuts? Anyway, Google says, again, that they have a gluten-free bun.
Fries. But I bet that was supposed to be fries.
Fries. Oh, I typed that wrong. Cracker Jacks, fries, and roasted peanuts. Kayla, I don't care if you edit that or not. Yeah, gluten-free bun, question mark, I don't know. But this spot is also quick service. It's tucked between Epic Universe Preview Center and Big Fire. but it's like you've got like stadium seating and but you can't sit indoors. So
Is that
kind of
seating
sucks if
area?
it's raining.
Is that? Oh, it's not covered.
No,
though?
I think
Okay.
maybe
It's got
there's like
canopies.
a cover over it, but like
Okay.
if it's raining and windy, you're gonna get wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing I forgot to mention on there, they do have mobile order there, so you could like reasonably order on. At least they used to. Now I haven't tried it in a while. I think maybe since last HHN, I think I tried it. So that may or may not be the case now. But you should hopefully still be able to mobile order, which is good. If you're like walking out of the park, you can just like hit prepare my order and then walk up and hopefully it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Should be nice. Unless you need to modify something. That's different.
Yeah.
Can't do that on the app for some reason. I don't know.
Why would they make it easy?
Yeah, right.
No.
Husband Mark got a hot dog, and that's where I was questioning Google, because I think I would have tried it just to honestly have content for this podcast and give you guys real information. But also, I think if I remember correctly, I was not hungry in the slightest. So I may have said, I'm not even that hungry. Let's just not even ask. So I can find out. And I'm not a big hot dog fan, but they have some neat hot dog options that are more interesting. They have the standard hot dog, but then they have some like cool options. Fun fact, I think the person who gave Mark his hot dog told us this, and I just Googled to confirm. The stadium seating, so they have like bleachers style, and some of the seats are from actual Major League Baseball stadiums, and they have it marked.
Yes.
That's
We were told that as
cool.
well. Yeah.
If you're a
that's
baseball
real.
fan, that is a neat place to go. And husband Mark likes baseball and hot dogs, so we went, and he
win-win.
liked it.
I have not eaten here yet, but it's not because I can't or that I don't want to. It's that, like I said, I had a huge CityWalk checklist. Even going back like 18 months ago, had a massive checklist of places in CityWalk that I hadn't tried in a long time. And I've been working my way through that list. And I've checked a couple off this trip, and Hot Dog Hall of Fame is like next up on my list of new places to try.
Nice.
So that's coming soon.
Good.
I'm excited for you.
Tracy, did you have any hot dogs?
Yes, I can't remember which I've had. I think I've been there once or twice. I can't remember, but we've been, and I like them. So, and I
We
actually
all know what Tracy's favorite hot dog is.
do we?
Kong dog.
The Kong dog.
Yes. I fully confirmed that is dairy free. So that is also
that's
on
good.
my list
You
for
two
soon.
could share that.
Yes.
I'm kidding. Tracy wants.
Yes.
I think you're right. No, I like it over there, and I discovered pickle relish, which we don't get here, so I had to bring a bottle of that home last trip.
Oh.
And if Lee goes anywhere near it, I growl.
That's funny.
So.
And Shelby, you said you like it. You like the vegan
Oh yeah.
ones?
Yeah, I love the vegan one, and you can modify it to not have the ingredients that it comes with on it. So you could get like the vegan veal dog with like, just ketchup, mustard, or whatever, any of the other vegan toppings, relish.
Relish.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
You can modify it. You have to be really clear with them though, because one time I tried to do that and they got very confused. It was a thing.
Oh. All right. Next up is Menchie's Frozen Yogurt. It's a chain froyo store of your dreams. If you do not know about it, you pay by weight. So you pick a cup and you fill it as much or as little as you'd like, which is one of the reasons I have eaten here often. There's a fair few times, especially with the heat and humidity of Orlando, that I need to eat, but I'm just not hungry and I want something light. My husband will laugh at how little I'll put in my cup, but I just want a bite. And there's sometimes where, for me, a little bit of dairy will actually settle my stomach. If I rode, what's that called? Rip Rocket. That's going away.
Rip Ride Rocket.
Rip Ride Rocket. There's been a fair few times that I've ridden Rip Ride Rocket and gotten a little ill. And since that's like right near the exit, it's easier for me to exit, get my little bite of froyo, and then get back to theme parking. And if you need something small, this is kind of awesome because you can pick as much as you want. And if you want something big, also good because you could pick as much as you want. When I checked, it was 67 cents per ounce. I was seeing like 69 cents, 65 cents. So this is, again, currently what we're seeing. You can pick one flavor, 5 flavors, no toppings, all the toppings, your wish is your command. They clearly mark the froyo flavors that are gluten-free and dairy-free.
Cool.
And they have a ton of self-service flavors and toppings. There's always something for everyone, including dairy-free, vegan, gluten-free, like pineapple Dole Whip.
Ooh.
If you have a severe food allergy, please be aware that the risk of cross-contamination is very high at any and all self-serve locations. Because if you imagine, all the toppings are next to each other with spoons, but especially little kids that aren't thinking of all this stuff, they could use one spoon and then stick it in the wrong thing, or you could see literally an almond from the almond got into the sprinkles. So it's pretty obvious. So yeah, typical hours are 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's located across from the tattoo shop. So if you go up the stairs behind Voodoo, you can get Frodo. You can get Frodo.
Oh, he was there at Universal. Yeah, I heard a rumor, but
I heard it was pretty hot. So
all right, so yeah, it's behind Voodoo Donut, or if you are up by the Burger King Whopper Bar, if you go down the steps, you'll find Froyo of your dreams, and you can get a Froyo tattoo or a Universal themed tattoo. Or
please leave the Frodo in there.
yeah,
I'm leaving Frodo.
you could get a tattoo of Frodo eating Froyo in Universal.
wow.
Yeah.
The amount of people that would be like, excuse me, I need to ask, why do you have that tattoo?
Yeah.
It'd be a great story.
Oh my God.
Anyways, yeah, just a quick note from a cross-contamination standpoint. Mine's less from like one spoon going into another than like someone putting the spoon on their ice cream, and now the spoon has ice cream on it, and then the spoon goes back in the sprinkles, and now all the sprinkles have dairy on them.
Yep.
So that's more so why, like if I were to get Menchie's, I would either get no toppings, or I would have to ask somebody to like go get fresh stuff from the back, which is just a pain in the butt. And so that's just, and being a not sweets person, I'd rather just not. I'd rather go get a pretzel or something else. So
That's fair.
And so if anyone is listening gluten-free, I do not get toppings. I forgot if I already said that, but I just don't get toppings. So if you go, and if you're going based off my recommendation, you can't get toppings and then blame me. Don't get toppings is my right.
And if you're vegan, I don't go there very often, but I'm sure they have Oreo and like peanuts and fruit, and those are probably our options. If I had to guess. Those are pretty safe.
You would think.
Yeah. I doubt the sprinkles are vegan.
all right, well, moving on to another chain restaurant. So Moe's Southwest Grill, welcome to Moe's, is another chain that you are likely familiar with, serving up Southwestern staples from burritos to nachos. They're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, this is one that I saw was open. At one point, Moe's was open for breakfast, because that was like a big deal that you could get another breakfast option in CityWalk, but could not confirm that at the time of this recording, because I saw that they were open as early as 10 with like actual breakfast options at one point, but I don't know that that's true right now. So you can do some investigating. You can join Kayla in your little investigator hat and magnifying glass and figure that out for us. But there are options that can be made vegan by omitting dairy products, and they do have some gluten-free options. However, all their fryers are shared, so the risk of cross-contamination is really high for both gluten and dairy-free, and many other allergies as well. Like soy is a pretty common ingredient in a lot of Mexican food. But indoor seating is available on the second floor location, but it shares the eating space with Panda Express and Burger King. So depending on what time of the day you go, just know that the indoor air-conditioned seating might be limited.
When we ate there, I'm going back many years. The children were small. We ate in Moe's, and the seating area was empty. So I don't know what time that was.
Tracy, I can't picture listening to the podcast and all the cool places that you eat. I just can't imagine you at Moe's. No offense to the Moe's eaters, but again, it's a chain.
Yeah,
which I guess it's not a chain
not here.
where you are. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, we don't have anything like that. So There was a novelty for us, but it was kind of, I think it was a one and done. So.
Also, though, if they were that little, you're going back to times where CityWalk looked nothing like what it looks like now.
Yeah.
Like when I think of CityWalk, when I would go as a freshman in college, it was like Moe's, Burger King, Cold Stone, like that was it. And then and Hard Rock and maybe NBC Sports, but there was nothing like what it is now. And so these are almost the like kind of legacy restaurants of, it was a lot of the bars and then those chain restaurants, and you didn't have Voodoo Donut, you didn't have Vivo, you didn't have Cowfish. Like there's been a massive revolution to this place, which I guess we should have led with. If you haven't been in a long time, CityWalk might look nothing like you remember. There's a lot of places now that are a go-to that you might have like supplemented of like, oh, I need lunch before I go to the park. So I'm going to go stack up my Whopper at the Whopper bar and get my paper crown.
Yeah. I mean,
before I go ride back to the future, but things are different. So
when I'm thinking about it, this was Toothsome was NBA City, NBC Sports Grill was NASCAR Cafe. There was no Vivo, no Cowfish, no.
Wasn't there
Red
Emeralds?
Oven. It was Emeralds. That's
there was
right.
Emeralds.
Yeah. It was Emeralds Chop Chop, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Sounds right.
No Antojitos. There was still a nightclub in the corner, which I obviously had children and also too old to go clubbing anyway, so I don't even remember what that was called. And then it just kind of like expanded. So I know this is before like the mini golf and everything like that. It's crazy. You don't realize how much a place has grown until you really start thinking about it.
Yeah. Or you see pictures randomly of family vacations where you're like, oh, that was a parking lot, or that was a plot of dirt. Or that was a Tommy Bahama shop. Like,
oh my gosh, R.I.P. Tommy Bahama.
I'd forgotten about that. Wow.
Or the Quicksilver shop with the walkthrough.
Yep.
Yes.
Fossil. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Casey.
Yes.
Move us to our next.
Absolutely. So staying upstairs, Panda Express is casual fast food Chinese restaurant. It is a casual fast food Chinese restaurant, I should say. It offers things like lo mein, the original orange chicken. Yes, orange chicken was created at Panda Express, and very good it is too. Spring rolls and fried rice. It operates daily from 10:30 a.m., making it I'd say it's early breakfast, making it a breakfast to late night quick service spot. There are some vegan options like super greens and chow mein. Kayla does not recommend this for gluten-free. Do you, Kayla?
No. I think it said on like the thing like, oh, ask about allergens, and I'm like, no way, there's no way. And all I could find, there's like 4 sauces and plain white rice. And then there was a note of like, oh, you can ask the server and maybe they can make like chicken plain. I would not trust it.
I thought it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kelly.
I was going to say, I don't think they can make anything from scratch there. It's all pre.
Yeah. It is. It all comes in.
It comes in a bag marinated and they just toss it in the wok and cook it.
Because I won't say who, but somebody has told me do not eat the orange chicken from CityWalk because it sits out in the sun.
Lovely.
Yes.
Gross.
Which is fun. But that did make me laugh because it's like, Kayla, you've just said, it says ask about allergens. So, hey, I'm asking about the allergen. And they go, why, yes, we have all the allergens. Which would you like?
Sometimes Panda does offer a vegan Beyond orange chicken, but they discontinued it again. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They bring it back and then all of a sudden it disappears. And everyone's like, where did it go? It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But.
I do eat Panda Express in my like normal life, but again, like Kayla, when I'm in a theme park, I'm not going to eat anything that I can eat in Missouri. And so I don't eat there. I could see it being like in a pinch though, if that was the one thing that was open that I could get quickly. Yeah. I could see myself grabbing something from there, but it would have to be pretty major extenuating circumstances. But again, if that's the only thing your kid is going to eat on this trip, you have something familiar. If you have kids with other special needs or dietary palates or things like that, that this is a familiar thing in a very unfamiliar and very scary place where you don't know what to expect and you're completely out of your element. And orange chicken is the one thing that connects you to something that you know that is familiar. Please go eat there. Please go
Absolutely.
take your family members to Panda Express or yourself to Panda Express if you need something that is going to be accessible and familiar and, you know, understandable. Then by all means, this place is there for a reason, and there are people that eat there because it's still there. So go and check it out if that's what your family or you needs in that moment.
Yes.
Kelly, are most of is it mostly dairy free? I feel like what would there be dairy in there? But you know, it finds its way.
Yes, it is. There is no rhyme or reason at Panda what is and isn't. So like in some instances, like I think it's like I can eat the black pepper chicken, but not the black pepper beef because the black pepper beef has like a coating on it to keep the steak from drying out that contains. That might not be the right. So please research for yourself. But
yeah, I
have to look at the allergen menu every time I go because they switch up their menus often and regularly, and it's more the breading and things like that. But there are multiple options typically for dairy allergies. But I would not eat here if you had a soy sensitivity. I would not eat here if you had a sesame allergy by any means. It's typically a dairy-free accessible place, but Asian food can be inaccessible to many other dietary restrictions, just to keep that in mind.
That's fair. Okay. Thank you. I was just curious. Okay, moving on. Starbucks is the perfect pick-me-up on the way into the parks for early park admission or when you're leaving after a long day. They're open from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Now, I will preface this by saying I'm gonna skip to the other part that I'm gonna not read. Their location has moved temporarily into Universal's Great Movie Escape, so up on the second level of CityWalk technically. So I don't know if those hours would be adjusted based on that. So just keep that in mind. Here you can order a wide variety of signature drinks, pastries, and sandwiches. And of course, you know, I think everybody knows Starbucks. We can keep this really brief, but you know, they have oat milk, almond milk, etc. So that's it. That's Starbucks.
Yeah, right. Moving along swiftly.
Moving along swiftly. Voodoo Donut offers 30 unique donut flavors ranging from your classic glazed, old fashions, plain cakes, devil food cakes, fritters that are humongous. Husband Mark has gotten one, and we took a picture because it was the size of his head.
Wow.
And raised donuts with toppings like cereal, sprinkles, Oreos, and even bacon. They also regularly have at least one specialty or seasonal donut celebrating everything from HHN to Pride to St. Patrick's Day, and they're typically really cute and like really aesthetic looking, as well as I'm assuming delicious from what I've seen and heard. You can't really miss this location. Look for the giant pink building with the donut throne out front and take a picture in the donut throne. Perfect for EPA or a late night sugar rush. They're open from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. You'll see a ton of people with the pink boxes on your shuttle bus, typically ordering at night for them the next morning. So I think every time I'm on the bus, 25% of the people have that box.
Oh, yeah.
They offer vegan options. They do not offer gluten-free, which surprises me a bit, but I'm hoping that'll change. Anyone with a dairy allergy should use caution. And yeah, Kelly, have you eaten at Voodoo with your dairy allergy?
Yeah, and we covered this a couple months ago. Shelby kind of went into detail about how now most of the donuts are vegan, like the base is now vegan. And then, so whereas they used to have like a vegan Oreo donut or a vegan Oreo dirt and a non-vegan Oreo dirt and a vegan apple fritter and a non-vegan apple fritter, like there are a lot of the donuts are now vegan as the base, but honestly, no one would be able to tell the difference between that. I've eaten there. I've felt safe there. I again, always talk to a team member to make sure. It's much less of a concern now, but if it was like the vegan donuts happen to be in the tray next to something that was not vegan and there's now icing from a non-vegan donut on my donut, like that would be a problem. But for the most part, I've eaten here really successfully. I just am getting a little older and can't like pound 2 donuts and go get on a roller coaster. And so it's not typically my breakfast of choice anymore. So, but I've eaten there very safely before.
Cool. Tracy, do you like the donuts?
I'm not a huge donut fan, but I can take or leave Voodoo. I like the blueberry. Is it? It's a cake donut. I like that one, but I find them a bit overpowering. So
Sugar.
Yeah, there's other things I'd rather have, but I've certainly eaten more than my body weight in them for science. You know.
Yeah, I do like to get one just for novelty's sake because I can only think of 2 places in my hometown that serve in St. Louis that serve vegan donuts, and one's like Saturday only, and one is like if you call ahead and request it. So it is something that I don't get very often. So I typically get at least one donut from there when I'm on vacation, just because it's like a like magical little treat for me that doesn't exist in my daily life unless I get it from like a freezer section, which is not nearly as good.
Yeah.
But as far as that being like a substantial breakfast for me, those days seem to have passed me by.
Womp womp.
That's totally fair. And just one little quick note is that Voodoo doesn't advertise the vegan options. They like on the app, you know, it'll say like dairy and egg safe, but there won't be a VG behind it. So if you're uncomfortable, definitely speak with, you know, the store manager before ordering. And I do have a list on my website of the ones I have confirmed. So if you're ever questioning it, because like Kelly said, a lot of the donuts, they've nixed the non-vegan version of. So like the non-vegan apple fritter is gone, the vegan apple fritter is the default, things like that. So basically all of the ones that we had before are still there except the cake donuts. The cake donuts are no longer vegan.
Oh.
Which sucks because I loved the powdered sugar cake donut. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they did what they did, but it makes it it's a little unnerving for some people to go in there and order. I know. And I get that because they're not marked anymore. So.
Yeah. All right. And then one last note, if you're ordering without any sort of allergies, vegan preference, you can order it mobile order, and there's typically a line, especially in the morning, and there's a little like stand that has like cubby holes, and you can order on if you're staying at a hotel, you can order on the bus, and by the time you get there, it should be in a cubby hole waiting for you. So it's a little tip to try to save some time.
And like Breadbox, they also sometimes turn that off.
One quick mention before I move to sit down. There's several walk-up bars located in CityWalk serving beer, wine, and cocktails, and many options like little kiosks or many sit-down restaurants have walk-up bar windows attached to their restaurant for a quick way to grab a beverage to go. I will probably note some of those, and I have some experiences with them as well that were not great, so I'll just note that. Oh. And just a note, you cannot exit CityWalk or enter either park before finishing your beverage, so be aware of that. And really quick, a bar, the only bar I could think of that is an indoor bar that doesn't have food is the Escape Room bar that I don't know if it currently exists because I know Starbucks. So Starbucks is there.
Yeah.
Is the upstairs bar still open, Shelby?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because technically that's the main bar. And the one that we always say is our secret hideaway is the like secondary bar. Technically the upstairs is the main bar. I also think Rising Star has a bar in it.
It does.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But no food.
But no food. Yeah.
But you can get food delivered to Rising Star.
Yes, that comes later.
Yes.
Okay. And if this is your first episode, Go back to basically any episode and you will hear us gush about the escape room bar, how great it is, how great our bartender is, how lovely the ambiance is. So hopefully Starbucks is out of there quickly.
I hope so. I'd rather have the bar than Starbucks.
Yep. All right, sit down. Let's move to sit down where we'll have potentially more interesting conversations.
All right, so first up is Antojitos Authentic Mexican Food, and the menu features a wide array of street-style eats with 2 bars located inside. And this restaurant is located on the 2nd level behind Hot Dog Hall of Fame, and they're known for their famous tableside guacamole, but the menu is quite vast, ranging from nachos, chimichangas, birria, to enchiladas, and Antojitos opens daily from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., but Saturdays they have extended hours from 3 p.m. to midnight. Reservations are recommended to ensure a short wait, and they have lots of dairy-free, vegan, and gluten-free options, including chunk vegan steak. And I just ate here for the first time last week.
Yay.
And had a fantastic experience.
Good.
So, yeah, I'd heard a long time ago that they were not great about allergens, but they've changed their menu so much in the last couple of years that I'm wondering if they also changed like management and things like that has improved this. Because I'm talking that was like maybe 12 or 15 years ago that someone was like, never go there if you have food allergies.
I remember.
So not unsafe and things like that. So, but yeah, had a fantastic experience, kind of slow service. And I was unsure if that was a typical thing or if that was just happened to be the day that we were there. But had amazing food.
Yeah. It's definitely a linger meal rather than a in and out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Jessica and I tried I just put this on our Instagram, but the aguachile verde, which we talked about on last month's news episode. So it's essentially shrimp ceviche in like a green chili sauce. And it was fantastic. And it's gluten-free and dairy-free without modification. And I would highly recommend if you're a fan of shrimp or any kind of ceviche with that really acidic taste. It had like avocado and cucumbers and radish in it to kind of cut the acidity. And I loved it. I will definitely get that again if it's if it's a more permanent menu resident and not just something seasonal.
Yeah, they're awesome gluten-free. You get free chips and salsa with the table. They have a bar that, obviously I can't make promises, but I've gotten a seat there for 2 quite often. So if you didn't make a reservation and if you have a smaller party, you might get lucky. They have a mariachi band that's really neat that I had no idea existed until the first time I went and was like, wow, this is really a nice ad. And the tableside guac, it's really nice that you can make it your own. So I went with a big group and someone didn't like spice. So they diced the jalapenos and gave us those on the side for whoever wanted to add, which
nice.
Was really nice for, And I make guacamole and I love my guacamole and I rarely order it because it's a little expensive and everywhere, I think avocados are more expensive, so I understand it. But since I make my own, I typically don't order it, and I would definitely order the Antojitos guacamole again. It was chef's kiss.
I did. We were asked if we wanted the tableside guac last time we were in, which was a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Oh no, there's not for me. There's too many things that I don't like." And she said, "Oh, we can adapt it to your taste, don't worry." And I was like, well, I don't like cilantro. And they're like, and I went, and I don't like avocado. They're like, oh, that could be a problem. I mean, to me, that's like soap and soap. So why would I? But the funny thing is, actually, I do like a very thin, like, smear of it. I just can't eat big globs of it, But I do miss their flouters. They were amazing. So... yes, and all the changes, they were lost from the menu. Such a shame. But it's a nice place.
It was super fun, great space for a big group. It's loud, though, so that I would say if you're trying to have like a private conversation, maybe this is not... don't go at 7 o'clock on a Saturday or whatever I did.
No. And did you go to see the creepy dolls?
Going to the bathroom? Yeah. I was like, I'm not at horror nights yet. I did not sign up for this.
I love them, but equally I'm repulsed by them. Okay, next up is Big Fire American Fare, which is one of the more upscale establishments in CityWalk, and it features a large variety of steak options as well as an entire bourbon menu. Oh, yes, it does. Hours are either 4 till 10:30 p.m. or 4 till 11 p.m. Reservations are highly recommended. Cannot stress that enough because that place is always full.
Yes.
Start with their hearth oven baked bread, which is delicious. Continue on your flavour journey with a campfire chili or a seasonal soup, and top it off with a steak of your choice, from grilled steak to sirloin or boneless ribeye, and even 2 vegan steak options, plant-based steak and cauliflower steak. And there's truly something for everybody at this location. Look for the giant outdoor fire pit on your left-hand side when coming into CityWalk from the parking garage. I'll say it the American way. Not garage, like we say. Weirdly, the first time I ate here, I had a salad. And it was very,
That's
very
not
good.
weird.
I was dieting while on vacation. That's weird. But yeah, that was good. I'm trying to think what I had a chicken dish.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hadn't worked out how to eat steak at that point.
They have a lot. It's not just steak here by any. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
just
no.
either beef or something vegan here. They have chicken. They have fish.
Yes.
They have scallops. I think that's what. So this is.
Yes, they
I
do.
posted a while ago the like famous story of my dad saying for his birthday he wanted to eat at the place with the big fire, and I said big fire, and he said yeah, the big fire, and I said no, that's what it's called. It's called Big Fire.
Love it.
Cute.
So we're going there next weekend, but
Yeah.
there's a huge variety of things. It is on the pricier side, and just of note, if you don't get reservations, you can order the full menu from the bar that's attached to it. And unless it's like right after park close, there's usually plenty of space at the bar.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. I will say, I think that is probably the most expensive old-fashioned. Somebody we were with got that, but it was a proper with all the smoking going on and everything.
No, there are now more expensive old
There are
fashions
more?
on
Okay.
Universal property. So
Because I remember that was the first time I tried an old-fashioned. That's what got me hooked onto them. And I just had a sip of his
okay.
drink, and I just remember going, yeah, but I still can't justify it. It was something like $25 then, and I'm going back quite a few years. I was like, wow.
I
Yeah.
actually don't think it's that much now.
Really?
Because I was just also
Interesting.
just there. I got my sandwich from Breadbox and a drink from the Big Fire bar to go and ate on the water before, and then wandered around CityWalk before I drove home on Monday. But I'm looking it up, so if you would like to continue.
Oh, no, you're right, Kelly. $19?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. That's the number I had in my head, because all the standard old fashioned is 18, or for a show. And that's another pro tip: if you order the smoked old fashioned from the restaurant, they'll bring it to you already smoking on the board, and then do the presentation there. But if you order it at the bar, you get to see them like light the board on fire and then capture the smoke with the glass, and like you get the whole show from the bar. And it's only $1 more than the standard old fashioned or any of their main bourbon drinks like the Blackberry Smash or the Manhattan.
Interesting. Nice to know that prices can come down as well as go up.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
okay, that makes that more affordable again.
This isn't my favorite menu, so I really haven't. I only got Brussels sprouts with Kelly at the bar once, and I saw the show. But I want to come back when Cameron's a little older, so I can order him the s'mores. I think that looks really cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not gluten free, but I will live vicariously through my son and husband and watch them have hopefully joy and wonder at getting really neat little s'mores at a cool, expensive restaurant while I drink my smoky drink. So I plan on going there potentially in a few years.
Oh.
But with the price and with my love of other things,
Yeah.
and funny, the next place that Shelby will talk about is actually I've never eaten here either.
I was
and
gonna ask.
I really, really, really want to eat here. So there's
Yeah.
just either things I love more or things I'm more excited to try. So Shelby, where do I want to try?
Well, hopefully Bob Marley, a tribute to freedom. This restaurant is a celebratory replica of the late great musician's home. I don't know if you guys knew that. I
I
didn't know that till recently, and I was like, oh shoot, really? That's really cool.
Yeah.
Bob Marley is also located on the second floor along with these other restaurants. It features a menu of Caribbean fare and a stage for live reggae music. It's in like an open air restaurant. So if you're coming here looking for air conditioning, do not expect to find it. They have seating that's like, it's like a courtyard and then there's a stage. So you can sit in and I'm using air quotes, courtyard area where there's like no roof. But there's also seating around the edges that is undercover. So it's Florida. It rains. Just keep that in mind. They're open daily from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. They do not offer reservations anymore. So dining is first come, first served. Bob Marley's restaurant is the epitome of allergy friendly, in my opinion, at CityWalk. Like I think they knock it out of the park as far as options for everyone. They have a lot of vegan and dairy-free options, such as jerk cauliflower bites. They have an Itzel stew, which is also gluten-sensitive. They have Italy stuffed peppers and curry chickpeas. Both of those options are gluten-sensitive. So, like the people who are gluten-free and vegan can really go nuts at this restaurant, honestly. Also on the menu are other items like Jamaican jerk chicken, Rasta pasta, and a bunch of different island sodas of different flavors.
My mouth's watering.
I know. I love Bob Marley. I've only recently discovered them. Like I didn't used to go there, but I love them now.
Yeah. Quick story about this place. I've only been once, and it's again because of you, Shelby, and being on this podcast. Tracy, when we were all getting ready to go celebrate your birthday in December, there was a group of us that was still in Islands, and most of the group, like Islands, like closed. This is standard for particularly the Universal theme parks. I think Islands was open till 9 that night, and all the quick service was closed by like 6:30 or something like that.
Wow.
It was like ridiculously early that closed. And so everyone else in our group went to mobile order from Breadbox, but particularly the allergen note for some reason on the mobile ordering was not working. And so it was me, Becky, and then our friend Tyler so I'm dairy-free, Becky's gluten-free, and Tyler just didn't want a sandwich in that moment. And Becky was like, it was her first time at the park since becoming gluten-free. And she kind of looked at me with this panic of like, I don't know where to eat. And it was, guys, like this magical like spreadsheet like dropped down in front of my eyes. And I like went through the different titles of like, okay, good food, gluten-free, dairy-free, walk up, full meals, where can we go? And it was like Bob Marley's. And so we went and had a fantastic meal. Tyler said the Rasta pasta is the best pasta he's ever had in his life. And he confirmed that with me this week when I saw him. But there were multiple options, and maybe I would say the one downside was that the staff was a little bit confused when we were asking about allergens, but I don't know. It might have just been like that person that night. So I would not let that turn you away from trying this place. And also something that the staff said was very spicy was not spicy at all to me.
That's happened to me too.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to try this place. I would not say the food is spicy. I would say it's super flavorful and delicious in its nature.
I'm very excited to go now.
I'm also very excited to go. My only thing, I mentioned the bar, the walk up bar of CityWalk. So I've ordered from here once and tried to order from here, I think 2 other times. And it just was really difficult for the bartender. And to be fair, I totally understood why. Like, you're kind of tucked away in a corner in a little window, and they're, more focused on the table or the bar in front of them. So I just wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But we did like our drink that we got. So the drink is good. I think we would have rather just have gone in and sat at the bar. Anything else before moving on?
Nope.
All right. Bubblegum Shrimp, which, man, this place has a fandom. Like the last couple of times that we've been, we talked to people on the buses, and met people that were like, oh, we go to Bubble Gump every time. It's our number one. I'm like, really? There's these really cool restaurants. Like, nope, they love Bubble Gump. So
Okay.
They serve shrimp dishes and Cajun-inspired cuisine based on the movie Forrest Gump. Bubba's menu ranges from shrimp to fish, jambalaya, mahi-mahi. It is a fish lover's paradise. They're open from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. daily and do not take reservations online. You may be able to make them in person. This location is not as vegan allergy friendly as some of the other restaurants in CityWalk, but extremely gluten friendly, at least in terms of having options. I personally can't speak to eating here, but the last time, my husband actually loves Forrest Gump. Like, it's one of his favorite movies. And I'm surprised that we've never gone here. And I looked at the menu. I thought it was actually pretty fair priced, and there were some more interesting meals than I thought there would be. So I, again, have never eaten here, but I potentially will in the future. Like, it's not off my radar. So yeah. And you will find this immediately on your left after exiting the moving walkway. And sometimes there's a man, or I met a man that was the shrimp in the costume. There is a person in a shrimp costume, and I think it's very funny.
Kayla, that's a real shrimp.
Different, Kayla, from your favorite shrimp people from the Mardi Gras parade, though.
Oh, very different.
Yeah.
Very, very different shrimp person. I didn't even think about that, Kelly. I'm obsessed with people dressed as shrimps.
That's too funny.
All right. I've not eaten here either. Does anyone else have anything to add?
Nope.
I've eaten there twice, and it's not really on our radar anymore.
I will say something really quick, because they have a Beyond Burger now.
Oh.
And I wrote to them because Universal, that's, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, that's one of the restaurants that Universal doesn't do anything with. Like, they're completely operated on their own. And so I wrote to them on Instagram, and I was like, hey, is this Beyond Burger vegan? Like, can it be made vegan? There's like a special sauce. I'm like, do you remove the sauce? Like, what about the bun? You know, doing my whole spiel. And they wrote me back, and they were like, that's a vegan option. And I was like, but the V is on also the mac and cheese, the brownie sundae, or whatever. Yeah. Like, it's a vegetarian V, not a vegan V. And then they wrote me back, and they're like, oh, you're right. You'll have to talk to your server. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall.
That's frustrating.
I'm at, like, why can't you, you're corporate, why can't you tell me? Like, I don't know.
So you have to go and actually sit down, get settled,
I have to do the thing. And I'm like,
and then get told,
it's not worth it for me.
No, you can't eat this. So then you have to get up and leave.
Yeah, I've wasted my time. I don't like wasting my time. I waste enough time asking people questions. I don't need to go sit down at a place and have them tell me there's nothing to eat.
Yeah. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it, really?
It really isn't. It really isn't.
Wow.
But anyway.
Yeah, sorry. I'll get off my soapbox.
No, I'll get off mine too.
Well, rocket science might be a good segue into this next one, because there's some straight up food science happening over at the Cowfish Sushi Burger Bar. It's one of the most interesting menus in this culinary journey. So it features sushi, burgers, and their signature burgushi, which is a unique fusion of burgers and sushi. They do accept reservations, and this is a pretty popular spot. So definitely recommend, no matter what time of the day it is, to make a reservation for here. So they're open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and is a great option for either an early lunch or a late dinner. And they have options like crinkle cut fried pickles that they're famous for, calamari, tuna and avocado teenies, which Laura Cooper, you absolutely need to try again because yours was not well done. But they have poke bowls and burgers on top of their wide variety of sushi. And they even have a bacon donut fusion burger where the donut is the bun. I can't speak to that one personally, but it's crazy. The restaurant itself is located above Vivo, but you check in on the ground level. And in general, there are allergy options in abundance. But Kayla, I know you, being gluten-free, have a pretty unique relationship with Asian food. So I don't know if you want to explain that.
Yeah. So they do have options. Their options are quite limited. They have a gluten-free soy sauce. The options that they have are some of your standard like spicy tuna roll. I think like a salmon avocado, let's just say. My point is it's your more standard rolls, and you can't really get any of the more interesting rolls. I don't think you can get any of the burgushi. So there are options. It is quite limited. If I feel like I've seen and heard people raving about cowfish on the gluten-free forums. So, you know, they're good. But for me, as a more adventurous eater, I feel like it makes me sad to see the really neat things coming out that I can't have. However, I found out that you can get the bento box. All of the sides that you get in the bento box are gluten-free. They can give you a gluten-free bun, which I think is just a bun because it's like a mini burger. So I think it's a bun cut in fourths, and it's not as aesthetically pleasing as, you know, their little burger buns that they have for the actual bento box. But who cares? It's so great that they do that. And then there are 2 options in the sushi options, because you pick your sushi roll that you want in your bento box, and 2 of them are gluten-free. So since finding that out, I'm actually more inclined to go, because that's a fun meal that I get a little bit of everything. I get like 5 different things. So for gluten-free, I recommend that. But if I'm like really craving something fun and unique, I'll like ask not to go there, because again, it's just a little disheartening to see these really neat dishes coming out at everyone's table that you can't participate in. So that's me sounding like a little child, but the drinks are really good. We talked about them, and they have some neat alcoholic shakes that are unique and yummy.
Yes, I
love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I love cowfish, but it contrary to Kayla, Asian is the safest food for me to eat typically, and so I have a lot of options here. I love the vibe. I love the drinks. I love the food. So it's a staple for me.
Same here. Yeah.
And they have 2 bars. They have an outdoor bar that's across the way from
Pat O'Brien's.
Red Coconut.
That area. And then there's also one inside that's on the same level as the restaurant. And I've had really good luck at finding seats there.
You know what? There's actually 3, Kayla. Because, you know, when you go out the steps into the bathroom, there's another bar up there.
Yes, there is. Yes. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. No wonder my drinks come out 20 minutes before my food does.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's cornhole boards.
Yes.
Which is fun outside.
I still don't forgive them for getting rid of my my beatbox roll. Even though they added chunk to the menu, I'm still salty.
That's fair. You're allowed to be.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shall we move on so you can get over it then?
Yes.
Okay. Hard Rock Cafe Orlando is a rock and roll themed chain restaurant which serves burgers and other classic American dishes. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Reservations are available online and recommended in advance. They have a separate gluten-free menu, but vegan options are harder to come by. Options like burgers, flatbreads, wings, chicken sandwiches, salads, steaks, and fajitas are found in this high-energy restaurant that has its own music venue, so you can grab a bite and see a show. We've seen people queuing to go in for various shows. As I said earlier, I've been to loads of these, but I haven't been to this one. But
I actually walked in here for when I met you and a group at the kitchen. I accidentally thought this was that. And all I can say is this was really crowded. Like it was very loud.
Yeah.
And that's all I know of the Hard Rock. But same. If you've been to a Hard Rock, you've been to a Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one spot that I'm always shocked they don't add more vegan options, since it's such it's a big chain. It's everywhere. Like you think that they would have something like on menu, but all they have is like a couple modifiable things. Like you have to modify them heavily, or you have to pay the same price as if you were to get like fish on your noodle bowl or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a double-ended hot take on this restaurant. No, not even. I have a 2-part hot take on Hard Rock Cafe. Number one, these are my favorite fajitas in the world, you guys. I don't go here very often, but I freaking love the Hard Rock fajitas. They're so good. I just love them and have nostalgia for them. This was a place I went to college at University of Florida, so 2 hours north of Orlando, and this somehow became our like 21st birthday place. So anytime someone would turn 21, we would drive down, like do dinner at Hard Rock, and then go get a drink somewhere at one of the other places. But also, I would say if you were going to get someone who's anti-universal or themed dining to buy into it, this is your gateway. This is your like, look, here's your cheeseburger, and there's Elvis's suit that he wore at this thing that one time.
Yeah.
Or like, here's your basket of fried shrimp and not marinara. That would be weird. Your fried shrimp and cocktail sauce, and here's like Van Halen's guitar from this one thing. Before you would ever get someone who's not a universal person into Toothsome, you could get them into Hard Rock Cafe. It's a very accessible, huge children's menu, huge menu for any kind, not necessarily dietary restriction, but whatever your palate is as far as food goes, anybody can find something here. You could get grilled chicken and steamed broccoli, or you could go all the way up to like some wild quesadilla dish that has all this other stuff in it. So I recognize that this is by far this is not your most unique option, but I think it serves a very important part in CityWalk's existence. And that is my hot take. And I will take all the crap in the world for it, but it is my take.
Kelly, I didn't even think of this. So a year ago in Baltimore, so, not this Hard Rock, but at a Hard Rock, my best friend and her 6-year-old came to visit, and they're extremely picky eaters, and I can't have gluten. Her husband, my husband, it was a bigger group, and we had a lot of pallets, and we went to Hard Rock for that, and it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I felt really, really safe for the picky eaters. They could get what they wanted. It wasn't too overpriced. It wasn't too expensive. So your hot take is phenomenal. Thanks for adding it, because
thanks. I thought y'all were about to roast me. So.
No.
All right. Shelley, you want to take us to our next spot, which is also a little bit of a chain.
Oh, a lot of a chain. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville is the last restaurant you will pass before entering Islands of Adventure. It is a burger spot with late night dancing, music, and a volcano bar. The menu features a wide variety of fish dishes, house-made guacamole, shrimp and grits, and their signature Burgers in Paradise, which is a wide array of burger options. They do have vegan options, and gluten-sensitive options are available as well. There are over 10 margaritas on menu, along with several mocktails. They're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and do accept reservations. However, they're typically not required, at least from what I've seen. People can generally walk up. Across from Margaritaville is the Lone Palm Airport Bar, and Jimmy's Plane, the wing dancer, is now back, although construction for the seating area is still underway. And Kayla, there is a gluten-free brownie sundae? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
There's a gluten-free brownie sundae. So that's really awesome. That's my favorite dessert of all time. So,
there you go.
Thanks, Margaritaville. Is there really dancing late night?
Yes, there's
That's
live
what
music.
Google said.
There is live music, and my aunt and uncle love this restaurant. It's their favorite place in CityWalk, and they love to. So there's. Wait, I think that's the wrong name of the airplane. Is it the Hemisphere Dancer? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes.
That I realized that was wrong. The Hemisphere Dancer is the airplane. So there's that bar. This is another restaurant with a bar window outside of the restaurant. There is a shop where you can buy more Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville related things, including, I think, mixers and things like that. So it's this whole like mini Jimmy Buffett land within CityWalk, and there is a crowd of people. I promise this is my last like short story that I'll tell, but apparently I was watching a vlog it was both opening night of Horror Nights and the night after Jimmy Buffett died. And so the entirety of CityWalk was either parrot heads or people there for opening night of HHN. And it was the strangest conglomeration of people I've ever seen walking in the same direction at the same time. Yeah, I've never eaten here. The only calories I've consumed there were liquid. So I can't speak to the food, but the drinks are good.
I actually went to a wedding in Vegas that had their reception at Margaritaville, and the bride has celiacs. So they are known for being really gluten friendly, and they have very, very delicious nachos that are gluten friendly. And I think I've gotten them at this Margaritaville, and they're awesome, and they're humongous and a great thing to share with the table. And I mentioned that I met the shrimp from Bubba Gump, and it was at the bar of Margaritaville. So full circle moment.
Wait, you weren't at Bubba Gump when you met the shrimp?
No, I met the man.
What?
I met the man beyond the shrimp, and he was showing me pictures of all the people that he's taken pictures with as the shrimp. And it was really a fun time at Margaritaville with Bubba Gump shrimp.
I feel like this may be an After Dark episode. So we're talking about an undressed shrimp here.
Took a very unexpected turn. You missed that detail earlier.
Tracy, I know you guys have had the nachos. Anything else? Any other thing about Margaritaville?
No, thank you.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, the nachos is the only thing that we had that, which is massive, and we couldn't eat anything else. And then we went back and it was awful. So we've never been back since.
I agree. It is awful.
Yeah.
I will not darken their doorstep.
No, they couldn't get orders right or anything. So I have no faith that they would get any allergens.
Okay.
Correct.
Good enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. And even if they are good with it, they just take forever to get your food. And then if you get your food, your bun is 14 days old, past its expiration date.
Yeah.
And is crumbling in your hand. So
and
don't bother going there.
And some of the staff have an attitude problem. So
me too.
Yeah.
All right. So the NBC Sports Grill and Brew is a modern bar with walls filled with TVs showing live sports, and there's foosball tables you can dine on, an outdoor patio, and a large pub menu. This is located right before crossing the bridge into Universal Studios. It features typical bar fare like artichoke and spinach dip, calamari, wings and tender baskets, burgers, and patty melts. There are a nice amount of gluten-free options and a good gluten-free bun. The hours are from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. or midnight, depending on the day. I love this place. It's typical sports bar food. It's reliable. It's accessible. It's usually pretty easy to get a reservation. So,
And one of the best vegan Beyond Burgers on property.
Oh, good to know.
It's got barbecue jackfruit on it. So if you like jackfruit, definitely hit them up.
And recommend their beer flights.
Oh, yeah. So much beer there.
Oh, so much beer.
Yes. So, lots of exclusive ones as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I recommend, I forget exactly what it's called, but they make their wings, you could have them fried like normal wings, or there's a fire grilled, I think. And those are really good and really unique, I thought. And what Kelly said, I think that they have your standard sport bar fare, but they also have some options that are a little bit more unique, a little bit more different. So I like NBC Sports Grill as well.
Yeah. They have a really good citrus chicken salad if it's hot outside with lots of different ingredients. That's really good.
Okay. It is a really good menu. It's quite extensive. So there's something for everybody there, I think.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Then moving on to Pat O'Brien's. Pat O'Brien's is a little piece of New Orleans right here in Orlando. I think the best part is the dueling piano bar. If you've never been, I highly recommend. And if you bring cash, you don't need cash, but typically if you're celebrating a special event, or if there's a song you really, really want, if you have money, then $5, $10, $20, whatever, it can like bump up your request, and you'll hear a lot of happy birthday shout outs, bachelorette shout outs. It's really, really fun. And then there's some fun piano bar things that happen, like they'll do college, if someone puts in for their college fight song, then that's when you'll see the money come into play. Like, oh, Ohio State's on Penn State. Like, I'm going to put in $50 to shut that off. And it's really fun. So I recommend that. And if you don't want that, if you're not in the mood for loud music, there is an outdoor section that I didn't know about. And I actually saw last time I was there. That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the food is your classic Cajun New Orleans food, things like jambalaya, shrimp and grits, spicy blackened chicken. They're famous for their tall souvenir hurricanes that are very yummy and very strong.
Oh, yeah.
As far as allergies go, per the menu, there was only one gluten-free option, which was the shrimp and grits. I'm curious if there's actually more. And again, that was more just the website not having great information. So I recommend asking, or next time I go, I can ask. And some vegetarian, and I only saw a vegan side. So I don't know, Shelby, if you know more.
Yeah, so they have a vegan cauliflower po' boy. It's not clearly marked on the menu. It was one of those things I had to email Universal and be like, is this vegan? And then they can do a vegan jambalaya, which it says it comes with like okra and stuff in it. And I've not once ever gotten that. And I'm still waiting to see this okra in my jambalaya. And I want it. Like I'm there for the okra and they never give it to me.
Oh.
But they do have vegan options there. I love Pato.
Okay.
So
Thank
fun
you.
there.
I've never been, so maybe I'll bump that up my list.
Yeah.
I've gone for a drink, and I would definitely go for a drink and recommend it for a drink, and again, for like a special occasion. And the location is on the upper level next to Bob Marley's, correct?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Sounds right.
And they did the, oh my gosh, what's that called? Speakeasy bar with the,
Yes.
that you needed
yes.
a
Password.
So that was really neat. That's when I walked through the outdoor section and found out that existed. So there's some neat little hidden gems of Patos.
Yes. Yeah, that outdoor section's lovely.
It's pretty.
Yes.
I need to go out there. I've still not been out there.
Shelby, want to take us to the next spot?
Yeah. Red Oven Pizza Bakery is a made-to-order quick service pizza restaurant located on the ground floor right next to Cowfish. It is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday to Thursday, but stays open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. While this location offers no dairy-free or vegan pizza options, they do offer gluten-free crusted, no upcharge. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There are many classic pizza combinations such as cheese, margherita, and Italian meat. They also offer several pizza bianca options like prosciutto and arugula. I almost didn't say that right. And roasted chicken. They also offer salads, but these are not really worth the cost if you have to modify them to be allergy friendly. They do have outdoor seating available, so there's no indoor seating, but it is covered. Here's a pro tip. You can take your pizza upstairs and eat in the Red Coconut Club or Rising Star. You can also have pizza delivered to Rising Star. What? That's cool.
Yeah. It was Gillian, like one of our producers. Well, obviously the other show, who we were there. It must have been part of the Weekender. And I was starving. A few people were hungry. So she just said, so get pizza delivered. And I was like, what? Lee was just, he had no idea, and he's just landed with this bill for, well, lots of, actually, I got introduced to Patron as well that night. So he got this hefty bill at the end of the night, and I was happy. For tequila and pizza. But yeah, you can order, I don't know how you do it. Maybe it's mobile ordering, I'm not sure. But it was just delivered. Or maybe you just order at the bar. I think that might be how we did it, actually. And they just,
Interesting.
yeah.
I thought I remember you talking about it and saying that he ordered at the bar, but I might be wrong.
No,
so we're not super confident. But yeah, I've never ordered from here. I'm not a big pizza person, and it's a little intimidating. At least ordering, like the line, it always looks so crowded, and I don't know if it's people actually just like leaving, like if it's the shuffle of people coming in and leaving and it just looks like it's really crowded, but I don't. I'm not a big pizza person, so this is not going to be my spot.
I was gonna say it's pretty okay pizza actually. So
I've heard good things.
Yeah, my husband loves it. And I'm like, why can't we get some vegan cheese?
right.
You have vegan cheese next door at Vivo.
Uh-huh.
Like, why?
This is another, from a contamination standpoint, I don't think I would ever eat here just because of how fast everything flies around. But
that's fair.
There are so many other places that I can eat that I'm not like, oh, why is there a pizza place here? Like, come on. It's there for a reason. It's always crowded. I've heard only good things about it for the most part. So very, very happy that it's there, because then that takes people away from the other places that I want to eat. So
good point. Yes.
All right, let's move over to one of the crown jewels of CityWalk, and that is ToU Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. So this is a steampunk-themed restaurant with a backstory, aesthetic, and characters created by Universal Creative themselves. So they are known for their big Instagrammable milkshakes and delicious chocolates, but they also have an amazing brunch, lunch, and dinner menu. So again, one of the few places, I think maybe the only place in CityWalk you could get technically a sit-down, like, quote-unquote breakfast meal. Since they are a chocolate emporium, they have many dishes and drinks, both savory and sweet, that use chocolate in a creative way, like cocoa and hot honey wings, cocoa coffee crusted New York strip, but they are way more than just chocolate. Their menu is eccentric and unique, but if you are a pickier eater, I think there's plenty on the menu for you as well, such as salads, a pepperoni flatbread, and a cheeseburger. Be on the lookout for Penelope and Jacques, the characters that walk the restaurant to interact with the guests, and they offer a separate area to order a milkshake to go, as well as a candy shop with homemade chocolates, truffles, themed desserts, and more.
Yes, they do.
I will do some.
For the tachos lovers, though, I am so angry about this. They've changed the tachos. We have new chefs completely. And they've changed the tachos, which was a fan favourite, and they are now completely different and covered in truffle. So, very disappointed. And if they take the meatloaf off the menu, I am going to break chocolate.
Tracy's going to riot.
I will. So, because I'm not a chocolate fan, so I do struggle in here sometimes with finding things to eat. Everybody goes mad for the chocolate almond bread. And I can't even smell it. So,
I obviously can't eat it, but I've smelled it from people ordering, and
same.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that great, but people really love it. So, don't listen to us. It's like a big one of their like famous dishes. I'm not a big sweet fan, but I really love this restaurant. I've had really great experiences. My mom got some sort of crazy sandwich with like French toast as the bread. And like a homemade jam, and she loved it. It was one of her favorite meals at Universal, and we went, I think, like 4 or 5 days. So we had a number of meals. I've talked about it, the chocolate times 5. Even though I'm not a big sweets fan, that chocolate is some of the best chocolate I've ever tasted. So for me to get a dessert, that is a place that I will get one. I recommend, and they have a bar. I like hinge myself not to say it, but I'll tell y'all as the fantastic listeners, they have a bar upstairs. It's a little tucked away. And with that said, I've rarely not been able to get a seat. It's a little hidden gem. That's awesome. And again, their macaroons are apparently not gluten-free, but now I just read someone saying that they got the macaroons in Epic and that they were, and from everything that I've like read and anything I've seen from Universal themselves, all of their macaroons are not gluten-free. So I don't know. I personally would not take the risk, but it's up to you. And they look beautiful and delicious, and I would really like to try them, and I'd really like for them to have their macarons be gluten-free, because they typically are. That's my soapbox.
Kayla, just going off what you said about the bar that's upstairs, you can get food to go. You can't like order ahead, but if you can get a seat at that bar, you can order food to go, which is nice. So I did that with the chunk sandwich. I wanted it.
That's good to know.
Yeah, as a little tip.
Oh. Yeah. I ate there for the first time with Shelby in December or January. I don't know what side of the holiday we were on.
I don't either.
Yes. I had the Niçoise salad, and it was good, but I think I'd order something different next time because they couldn't like sear the tuna in what it's supposed to be seared in because there was dairy in that. So it was a little plain for my taste, but it was a really good, really filling salad. So I would like to go back here and try something else.
The new very berry salad is really good. And it's got vegan blue cheese on it.
Oh, nice.
It's delicious.
And I loved that vegan mushroom steak that I know Shelby, that was one where like, oh, is it gone? I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
it was
one
not
where
consistent.
Shelby's picture and my picture of the same meal were absolutely different. So yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Anywho, all right, Tracy,
Yes.
want to take us to our last sit down?
I
CityWalk
will.
restaurant?
This is actually my current favourite restaurant on CityWalk. So Vivo Italian Kitchen is a fantastic option for a special sit-down meal. I agree. The appetizer menu includes things like mussels marinara, fried ricotta, and beef carpaccio. For entrees, you can get wood-fired pizzas and classic Italian dishes such as chicken piccata, chicken parm, or chicken masala. However, the star of the show is our homemade pasta, and Vivo makes their own fresh pasta every day, and you can see it drying on the racks, which I love to see. Their menu includes 15 different kinds of pasta, ranging from chicken Alfredo all the way up to squid ink seafood. And they do have gluten-free bread service upon request with no upcharge, which is good. And did you know, now I didn't, did you know that for $10 you can also take home a bag of their homemade pasta? Oh, yes.
Yum.
And Vivo's located on your left side when you enter. It's underneath Cowfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
You walk past the entrance to Cowfish, and then it's like kind of on the corner, isn't it, going round?
Mhm.
Yeah,
got a
it's kind of on
corner
the shares, I think, a wall with red oven on the other side of it. So you
That's
go
right.
past the Cowfish stairs
Yes.
and it's right there.
That's right. And I absolutely adore the lasagna from here. It's perfect.
I'm not a big fan of Italian, so they have a nice amount of gluten-free options for people that like Italian. The other thing, like the one I wanted was actually the squid ink, but it was pretty pricey, and to not be able to get the right noodle seemed
Yeah.
Yeah.
silly to me. So, but they do have a lot of options. I shouldn't be a negative Nancy. And if you like Italian food, I am almost certain you would really like this. So this is just a me thing.
No,
Anything else about Vivo?
Nope.
I have not eaten there yet because I walked in once and just saw cheese literally flying everywhere and was like,
Oh my
mayday,
God.
mayday. Like,
Kelly's nightmare.
because they grate fresh parm on like everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Jessica and I just ate at the bar we got a drink at the bar this past weekend because we were trying to avoid a pop-up thunderstorm. And so we dove in there and just, rocked up to the bar, and we had a drink, and at one point it slowed down really considerably, and I leaned over the bar and I asked our bartender, I was like, hey, if you have a minute, would you mind? I have dairy allergies. And her eyes lit up, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But I kept talking of I've been really nervous to try this place. Do you feel like there's enough on the menu that would, if I modified it, would it still be good? And once I finally stopped talking, she was like, I've been dairy free for 8 years and vegan for the last 3 years. And I can walk you through the entire menu, tell you exactly what you can eat, what tastes good, what I would avoid. This is our allergen process. Your food would never come from the line, so there's no risk of cross-contamination, and just went above and beyond to make me feel safe and comfortable. And I already know what I'm going to order whenever I have the money to go here for a special meal.
Wow.
So
What are you going to order?
it's a pasta dish that has broccolini and sausage. Tracy, it's labeled fennel sausage, so definitely not.
That's the one that I didn't try, yeah. But also the one that's labelled where the sausage, and they told me the sausage doesn't have fennel, does. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It is. I'm getting there.
It's not the bucatini, it's the other one.
No. Tritole. So tritole pasta, house-made fennel sausage, meatballs, broccolini, red pepper flakes, oven-dried tomatoes, chicken broth, and Romano cheese. And I can get that with no cheese, and it will be.
Nice.
And she said the chicken broth makes it creamy, even though there's no real cream in it. So
And I've seen that, and it
Awesome.
looks amazing.
yes. So next special occasion meal, I'm hitting up Vivo.
Good.
Shelby, from a vegan perspective, how is it?
It's pretty good. Their minestrone is vegan as is. There is an artichoke cream pasta that's new that you can get made vegan, which it has vegan mozzarella cheese in it. I don't know why they put the parm on top. So you just get it without the parm. And then there's, I think eggplant alla norma is the dish. So it's an eggplant dish. It's not like your traditional eggplant, but it's really good. You can get that made vegan. And then there's another pasta dish that has veggies and stuff in it. And I'm blanking on the name, but there's a few options there, which is good.
Awesome.
I believe their bread is vegan too.
Oh, good. Okay.
My fun little Vivo story, and then we'll wrap up. We ate here after running a marathon. So my husband and I think I mentioned this on here before, but we did a virtual dopey, which is a 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon, all back-to-back 4 days. And we did the last 2 at Universal and did it around Universal. And we treated ourselves to Vivo Italian Kitchen as our celebratory meal. We were so hungry and we were sitting at a spot that was not great. And they were bringing out the bread service to like every table but us. And we finally like politely flagged down our waiter and like, we need bread. Like, we need bread. And then he only brought out the gluten-free bread. And my husband was like, oh, like, please. So I think there was just a little bit of confusion of whatever. But they were so nice. They quickly brought it out. It was fixed. But like, never before was I so hungry and ready to eat my bread. And seeing it around was like, oh, this is torture.
Yeah.
So if they're forgetting to give it to you, just ask. They're really nice and they fix it. All right. So cool. That was a lot. There's a lot of restaurants in CityWalk. That was awesome. And I did learn some stuff about, especially some of those quick service ones. So awesome. All right. Last month, we promised you that you'll hear more detailed thoughts on Epic Universe once Kelly had the chance to go, because we were keeping it spoiler-free as possible. We have so much to cover in the years to come about this amazing park, but for dessert today, we want to go over our initial list of favorite things. So we'll leave you with our favorite world, favorite attraction, favorite restaurant so far, and favorite snack or drink so far. So Tracy, you are up first.
Yeah. This caused me a little kind of moment because we're not ranking anything on UUOP yet. So I'm kind of like, not really in that headspace. So very quickly, as of this moment in time, my favourite world at the moment is Isle of Burke. But that could change depending on which way the wind's blowing. But it's beautiful. My favourite attraction is Monsters Unchained in Dark Universe. Nothing has come close to that for me. Favourite restaurant. This is one I can't really answer food wise, because we've been there for the media event and everything. There was just so much going on that everything was just so fast. We haven't really had chance to eat properly there, if that makes sense. But going on aesthetics, Blue Dragon blew me away. It's absolutely stunning. And Oakenstar, it's absolutely gorgeous in there, and it's one of those places in 10 years time you can go and find something new in the decor. So that's kind of like a little cheat, I guess. But favourite snack and drink, in Isle of Burke we have the PB&J mac and cheese cone, not peanut butter and jelly. It is
pork, bacon, and jam.
Yeah, pork and bacon jam. That's right. Yes, and it's fantastic. And then to drink, I'm sorry, but I'm picking 2 because you can't make me choose. The Monocane, which is delicious, and the DK Crush Float from the Bubbly Barrel, which fantastic.
Not where I expected you to go, Tracy.
No, I surprised myself.
And the Monocane is a mocktail, right? There's no alcohol in that?
Yeah.
See, the one I had wasn't good. Now I feel like I need to try it again because everybody loves it. I hated it.
Really?
I've heard really good things.
Maybe our bartender didn't mix it right. I don't know. It was, I can't even describe it. It was just not, it was not good.
Oh, that's not good. Where did you get it from? Was it
Burning Blade?
Try it from Oh, my brain's just gone blank. The other restaurant.
South Steakhouse?
Yes, try it from there. That's where we got it the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Quick update to I want to throw this in here. You can just to update what we were talking about on our last episode, and it has changed quite a bit, but you can order those mac and cheese cones mobile order from Spitfire Grill now because they were having such long lines at Hooligans. That's good. That you can order them. And I saw people like walk up, order it, and then be handed their cone in like 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
That's an update already to this.
Awesome.
That's good.
I have another update. Sorry. The DK Crush Float, there is now an allergy version of it. So if you're vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the things, you can go there and just ask them for the allergy float. Universal keeps telling people to say float only, and I did that, and they gave me just the float.
Oh.
They made the whole float, not understand it. Like, the food and allergy people are not telling them.
Yeah.
Like, people ordering the float only mean they just want the ice cream and the soda. So say allergy float, because I asked the team members, I was like, what is the easiest way for people to get this from you? So allergy float.
Awesome.
Good to know.
Thanks. All right, Shelby, want to go next?
Yes, I'll go next. And to no one's surprise, my favorite world is Celestial Park.
Yay.
My favorite attraction is Constellation Carousel. And I just have to throw this funny tidbit in here. So I don't know if you guys know the Instagram account CuO. They're like really big in the theme park community, and they post a lot of stuff. And I guess I commented on something yesterday. It was a post about Fire Drill, I think. But I think somebody was saying, oh, they hadn't ridden Constellation Carousel, or they rode it one time and they were like, you're not missing anything. And I was like, no, please hold on. There are 7 programs. So 7 different lighting packages, 7 different pieces of music, and 7 different movements that the carousel does. I was like, you're totally missing out. And then someone from, it was the Universally Speaking account commented, and they were like, oh, aren't you the person that wrote it 21 times in a row? And I was like, oh my God, am I famous?
Oh my God.
And I was like, just so you know, it was 21 times in a row, but 30 times for the whole day, which equates to about 3 hours. In case anyone was wondering, you could ride it about 10 times an hour if you don't get off the ride.
So once again, we are in the presence of a goddess, a constellation goddess.
Yeah.
Continue, Shelby.
Well, I went back to a couple weeks after opening, and some of the team members did remember me. And when I got off the carousel for what I thought was the final time, one of them was so sweetly took me back up to the front and let me ride it one more time. And I was like almost in tears because like they're so sweet there. But anyway. So Blue Dragon is also going to be my favorite spot to dine. Like the ambiance, the food, everything. The team members across Epic are amazing anyway. And then I know it says favorite snack and or drink, but I'm going to pick my favorite snack and drink, which is the smoky carrot dog, and then also the superstar lemon squash from ToU Cafe, which I thought was mismarked as vegan, but it is not. It's like vegan, gluten-free, everything. And if you like boba drinks, this thing is unique, guys. So it said like assorted boba, and they were not kidding. So there's like round popping boba, there's round chewy boba, and then there's like little star boba. Oh. I don't know. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to go back just so I can eat and drink those 2 things and ride the carousel.
Yeah.
Can someone give me a ticket that only allows me to do those 3 things?
Yeah, I'm now claiming 3 drinks on my list because I'd forgotten about that one.
Did you have it? It's so good.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that as a texture person.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
Okay. So I can be really quick, and I also think I surprised no one with my answers. My favorite world is Petty. My favorite attraction is Le Cirque Arcanu. My favorite restaurant is Cafe L'air de la Cerise. And my favorite snack or drink, I didn't really have a snack. There aren't a ton of snacks that are gluten-free currently, at least that I know of. So if I miss anything, can you please message me? But my favorite drink is the Lobe Blaster.
everything is in Paris for me. I could live there and be absolutely fine.
All right,
Kelly, and then finish with your three words.
Yes. My favorite world is also Isle of Burke. My favorite attraction, which also surprised me, is Hiccup swing gliders, but specifically at night. I had a 9:40 p.m. ride on Hiccups, and seeing the water lit up beneath you as you're rushing past it. It was just such a cool, and again, I've only been once, and it was very much affected by my emotions. And this is not an objective list. This is a very, very Kelly subjective list, but I love coasters like that, going over the water at night. I instead of putting my hands up, I put my hands out to the side like I was flying on a dragon. And that was the third time that I cried that day, 2 of which happened in Burke. So no wonder it's my favorite world. My favorite, and that, I don't know that will remain my number one attraction in this park, but just that experience in and of itself. My favorite restaurant is also Blue Dragon. Fantastic food. We had the cucumbers, the pot stickers, and the beef and broccoli. And I kid you not, that is the best beef and broccoli I've ever had in my life, from anywhere. And then my favorite snack or drink, hold on, I have to toggle back to this. I haven't had any snacks yet, because again, it was just one day. But the Spice Root Old Fashioned from the Atlantic Bar was is now my number one favorite Old Fashioned I've ever had anywhere. And I will be getting that next week when I go back with my dad, because we're having lunch at the Atlantic.
Nice. So now I need 4 drinks, because I forgot about that one as well.
That's what I assumed your number one would be. And then to wrap it up with my 3 words. So when you're going in between all the portals and in and out of the attractions, they refer to you, and I don't feel like this is a spoiler, but they call you travelers, welcome traveler, greetings traveler. So my 3 words are that Epic Universe is a traveler's paradise. So
I love that.
I like that.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of episode 19 of The Taste of Universal. As always, we want to end with an opportunity for you to connect with us.
You can find our podcast on all the usual podcast platforms, and please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you can. Find us on Facebook at Taste of Universal, on Instagram at Taste of Universal Podcast, all one word, and follow Shelby on Instagram at Universal Orlando Vegans.
You can email all your questions and comments to tasteofuniversal@gmail.com. For all your other Universal news and content, go and listen to our network hosts, the unofficial Universal Orlando podcasts, as well as the other podcasts on the network, Rush of Fear for all your year-round Halloween Horror Nights news, reviews and chat, Theme Park Duo for coverage of everything West Coast, and Portkey Passport, a Disney-centric podcast for adults. Please like, subscribe and rate them all.
We hope you enjoyed episode 19 of The Taste of Universal. Our next episode will be out on August 8th. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to tip your server.